I'm Aaron Hernandez, and my story starts out a little differently than probably a lot of kids have. I used to be that guy who didn't care where his life was headed, who basically got all his pleasure out of doing whatever he could for himself and just would use people to get whatever he wanted, but not really care where their life was going or if I was even affecting their life. And that became very apparent when cops got involved. I remember my parents being very disappointed when they found out that cops got involved. And I was so ashamed that my life was going to be thought of by my parents as this guy who does drugs and uses people and doesn't treat them with respect, because I could care less. So my life was headed nowhere. People hate me, my friends hate me. I'm just doing whatever I can to do what they do so they'll like me, which is not even working. So I already had the audition with Joe, made it. I was kind of still skeptical about whether or not I wanted to start. I could still back out if I wanted. Then he calls me to have this meeting with him about my life. He tells me that he knows something's up and he just wants me to be honest, because there's nothing they haven't heard before that is going to keep me out of the band. He just wants me to be honest and tell exactly what's been going on. So I begin to tell the story about how the cops got involved and how I got I hit an all-time low in my life and I had nowhere else to go. I felt a lot better after I told him my story, and I could tell he was glad that I told him what happened. So after that, we started hanging out a lot more. Joe would call me, "Let's go eat, bro." And we'd go over to his house, play apples to apples and Mad Gab and party. Everything felt like it was coming together, because my life before, I would look back on it, it was almost like an overnight thing. I left all my friends, they'd text me, leave me messages on Facebook saying, "Dude, why don't you hang out with me anymore? Are you don't like me? What's going on?" I'd be like, "I just don't feel like I can hang out with y'all guys anymore because we have totally different lifestyles now." Even though I'd still get texts from him and I text him back, I'd be like, "No, I can't really hang out. I'm hanging out with my pastor," and that was Joe. Since getting involved, it's awesome, because all the stuff they do, they always want to help each other. They don't really think about it. They don't really care about taking care of themselves as much as it, because they figure they're gonna get taken care of if you take care of me. Once you finally take that step and get saved, your life won't be the same. Things will start happening in your life that you can't explain, and you won't be able to. But that's just the Holy Spirit telling you you're on the right track.